EPL Weekend Watchlist.
What's going on, football fans? It's your boy Lolo. I'm back on the Stoop with Mark. It is a
it's beautiful out.
Beautiful day.
Oh, my goodness.
I do kind of feel bad for all those guys who sit in their bedrooms talking about football.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they may have 80,000 more viewers than we do, but
we got the Stoop,
dude. Like, fucking forget about it right now. This is lovely. I'm kind of.
I know. It's nice not to have stocking cap on. 5 jackets.
I got mine on. I'm sweating.
I know.
I take it off, but I never got that haircut because of Leeds United losing to Arsenal. But we're not talking about Arsenal right now. We are actually talking about the Leeds United versus Chelsea match that is coming up on Saturday. It's 7:30 a.m. here in Brooklyn.
Start. It's going to kill us.
I guess that's a good time in England for people to play. But last match was very interesting. The last time these two teams faced each other in the Premier League, Fat Frank was involved. And I said 6-1. Leeds was going to win 6-1.
It was a big prediction.
Yeah,
and you got half of one number, you got the other, but you just had them switched.
Wait, so there's an algorithm for my guessing then. So if you divide 1 by 2,
wait a minute. I was an anthropology major. You do the math.
Leeds United did not do very well last time. Now, that being said, I do think it was probably one of the best matches Chelsea had played. Maybe to date. Of course, they're playing good football right now. But Leeds United was still a fairly young Premier League team. I would say they're a little bit seasoned. You can see the season wearing them a little bit. They aren't what I like to call the yappy chihuahuas that they started the year as. But they still play with a shit ton of energy. And but Chelsea FC is in a much different place. They're in a much different place than they were. That was like the beginning of their downfall.
I believe so.
And so
I believe so.
Now they got Tommy Two-Time, Thomas Tuchel, who's
righted the ship. Don't know what he's doing differently.
He picked the guys who weren't getting to play, and they've given up like 2 goals in 10 matches.
I know.
Naji will give us all those.
Exactly.
We'll get to him in a
minute.
Get
those lottery numbers.
We'll get to the actual facts from our guests in a moment. Let Mark and I sit here and enjoy
Bask
this
in the
day in the sun talking nonsense.
It is so gorgeous out.
But it's looking to be a good fun match, I'd say.
I think so.
Leeds go at people no matter who they are. Unless they're Aston Villa. They did not go at Aston Villa.
No, they did not, but I think they will go at. I think they will. This is a game that James has had circled on his calendar for a little bit.
He had the away game circled too. That's all I'm saying.
So maybe he used the square this time.
I don't know, man. Well, so right away because these two guys that we have on the show, they like to talk. So that's why we're doing an extra long intro today because they like to talk, and we're not going to get a chance after this. I probably will.
You probably will.
I talk a lot as well.
Yeah.
But so before we get any knowledge about the games, let's go ahead and give our ignorant Stoop prediction for the match.
Let's get that out of the way.
Like, I don't know. I'm gonna say Leeds United 2-1. And you know who's gonna score for Chelsea? Timo Werner, the guy who never fucking scores, the guy who can score to save his life. I'm gonna say he gets it, and it's not enough, Timo.
Oh boy!
And for Leeds United, my man Stuart Dallas is gonna score, and Luke Ayling is gonna score for giving that for the penalty that he gave away last week.
Right.
There you go, 2-1. Show's almost over, Mr.
Exactly.
Tom. Here.
I can't even begin to think. Teams are so different than the last time they played. Obviously we've got a coaching change for Chelsea, for Leeds, when they last played Chelsea was when Robin Koch got hurt.
Yeah.
And that totally, I feel, kind of screwed them a little bit in that match. So, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Leeds is gonna get this one. I'm also gonna say 2-1.
You just fucking copied me.
I am not.
Because I put you on the spot.
No, you didn't put me on the spot. I'm in my own spot. Thank you. But I do think 2-1. I think think Leeds is gonna turn the table, so to speak.
Well, you got our ignorant opinions about it, so let's learn something. What you think? Let's bring some people who actually
let's
know
bring
a little
some
bit.
people on.
Welcome to Brooklyn, y'all. Welcome Naji and James. James is our Leeds United. He's the most famous Leeds United fan in North America. He's in New Orleans. We got Naji, who's working on his way to being Brooklyn's very own Chelsea fan, Naji. But there's a little more of those guys here. They just don't listen to us. They just don't want
just a tad.
just a tad. What's going on, fellas?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing well. Celebrating 1,000 days of Marcelo Bielsa at the helm of Leeds.
That is something we're celebrating.
Quite a bit, yeah.
How many more days is he going to be with you?
To 1,000.
Hopefully 1,000 more. At least.
So exactly.
We'll see. He said in his press conference that he has no plans on leaving. That he sees himself spending the rest of his career at Leeds. So
is he gonna sign a longer than a 1-year contract since he's made this declaration?
Mark, now you're talking nonsense, man. You're talking rubbish. You know, he doesn't operate. He's going to be a 1-year deal, man. Your contract.
That's it.
That is it. The man is a creature of habit. He's a creature of habit. He's gonna, those 1-year deals. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
so we'll see. But we'll go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Naji, how long did Tuchel sign for?
James is celebrating. How many games in charge? 100?
1,000 days.
1,000 days.
1,000 days. Okay, I'm celebrating 990 minutes without a defeat yet in the Premier League.
That's also how long you've had your coach for.
Chelsea fans. Every minute goes by. That's 992, fellas. Yay!
That's some lovesick couple there. Counting the minutes of their we've been married for 1,000 minutes.
But listen, that is crazy, right? I mean, this guy just came in and Frank, not like Chelsea were leaking in goals. I wouldn't say they were leaking in goals like Liverpool. They just were letting in a goal and not scoring. But Tuchel comes in and closes that all up, and the scoring seems to be coming. But that's 10. Were we correct in our intro? 10?
11 games. 11 games.
11 games in all competitions or the Premier League?
All competition, 11 games, and 9 games clean sheets.
Dude,
wow, that's impressive.
So far, so good. But nothing. The job is not done yet until you qualify, until you secure the Champions League spot.
Yeah.
That's where the job would be done. But think about it. Tuchel, since his appointment, has been able to beat Jose Mourinho. He's been able to beat Simeone, Carlo Ancelotti, and Jurgen Klopp.
Hey, Giroud beat Simeone, all right?
He did. But that's on Thomas Tuchel's resume too.
So, but how long did he sign? How many years did he sign?
Giroud? Oh, Tuchel?
No, Tuchel.
He's there for 18 months so far right now.
No. Oh, his contract.
His contract is 18 months, so which means he'll last about 4 more weeks.
Well, we'll see. He loses 2 matches in a row, and they're like, Tommy, sorry, you gotta go, pal.
But
wait, no, they're Russian, right?
Let's promote the janitor.
Thomas, let me talk to you.
Chelsea,
you go.
Chelsea under Tuchel looks very organized and very comfortable from the back, and that's the difference. Defensively, they only conceded 2 goals, and playing 3-4-3 helped the defense. And the ball starts from the back, with Chelsea. But that gives them a lot of options with 3 at the back and 2 wing back.
Yeah. Well, listen, I think this match, this Leeds United versus Chelsea at Elland Road, I think right now it's the tale of a team that doesn't quite know their starting 11. Nobody knows. Like, nobody actually knows who is going to start for Chelsea.
Right.
You have your idea, and you're right about a few, but the final 11 you don't know. Right. Versus Bielsa, who has been known to tell the press like a week before. Like, talk about leaking the lineup. He told it like 5 days before a match before. He doesn't care. He's like, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to do it well. So let's talk about that situation. Like, James, how do you feel about knowing every single week, minus if there's an injury, okay, maybe this guy will change. But like you guys, Bielsa does not, he's not going to change it up if he doesn't have to, right?
No, and a lot of it has to do with confidence. I mean, he has confidence in certain players, and he wants them put in the lineup all the time. Unfortunately, this year we've had a lot of injuries, especially in our back four. So he's had to like juggle that around quite a bit, and I think that's kind of thrown him off a little bit. But no, I mean, I think he has confidence in players, and he sticks with them. And these are people that he feels can get the job done. So. Yeah, and I think it's good. I think it's good for the players. I think it's good for the players to know that he has that confidence in them, and that they're there to start. And they're going to be starting against some of the top teams in the world. So we'll see how it plays out. But no, I like it. I like the fact that he does that, and it's his way. Like I said, it's his way of saying to the players, "Look, I believe in you. You can do it." And he's all about that, man. Like I said, I think his number one thing is player development. I mean, he loves the players.
No, we've said all season, Melier on any other team, he probably would have been pulled after a two game spell that made mistakes. Bamford could easily be pulled from just about any team from having a spell like that. But there's something about the way Bielsa believes if you are trying hard and if you are correcting your mistakes, if you're working on correcting your mistakes, he'll give you the time that's needed. So that must be fantastic.
Well, with us too, we don't really have the luxury of of inserting. We don't have backups
off the bench
for either Melier or for Bamford. So they're in there no matter what. So there are a couple of players we do have some competent backups for, but like I said, I mean he likes to make sure the players feel comfortable and that they're allowed to go out there and make mistakes as long as, like you said, they learn from them. That's the big thing. And then after that defeat at Stamford Bridge, I mean, that was all part of it, right? I mean, he basically told the team, look, I know we got beaten, but it's a learning experience. He told the press afterwards in his press conference, man. To him, it's about learning, it's about growing, and it's about evolving. And and this year we kind of have that luxury, I think.
Yeah. So then that leads to a really great question. Since the last Brooklyn.
It's Brooklyn.
Since the last match, Leeds and Chelsea, how has Leeds grown since then? What sort of growth do you see that they've achieved?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with getting some of these players like Rafinha and Rodrigo and Koch and Llorente time to kind of gel with the rest of the team. And I think that has happened. So I think we've upgraded in that area. When we first played Chelsea, obviously, was it who went out? Koch, right? Was that the match?
Robin went out in like the ninth minute, right after Paddy's goal.
Yeah, and then they had to bring in Llorente, who had never, played for us before. I mean, and they brought him in, and to the midst of a heated match against a rival. And that was, so it's difficult, but he's developed. They've all developed, and that's how we've grown as we've gotten better throughout the season by upgrading some of our players out on the pitch. But and then you're seeing growth too from people like Calvin Phillips. I mean, I think Calvin Phillips is learning how to play the position in the Premier League as opposed to playing it in the Championship. And like I said, I mean, it's an adjustment period. This year, because I think that we're safe, despite what some Leeds fans think, I think that we're safe.
You guys aren't going anywhere.
I don't think we want anywhere either. So I think we have the luxury of actually, kind of allowing players to make mistakes, and especially from here on out. And we'll see. Maybe some young players from under 23s get some starts. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. Well, this all makes me think about when we're talking about the chances that Patrick Bamford is getting, the chances that Melier are getting. On the Chelsea end of it, some guy who keeps getting, I think he started 17, 20 matches or something and has maybe one goal, Mr. Timo Werner. Talk to me, Naji, about what's going on with Timo Werner. Is he progressing with Thomas Tuchel? Is he going to continue to get playing time, get the starts, because Kai Havertz came in last week and looked good.
Yeah, yes, I think he is definitely. First of all, this is his first year in the Premier League. You know how tough it is sometimes for a striker coming from another country, a new language, a new.
Blah, no. Enough of that. Enough of that. You give them 2 weeks for that, Naji.
But his confidence is back. He's playing for the team. I know he's not scoring, but he's winning penalties sometimes, and he's always involved. He doesn't stop running all game. Now, if you did not play him and play Pulisic, I'm not gonna cry about it. Okay, but I like Werner. I like what he's doing. I think he's gonna get that goal. It's coming. I was
just going to get that one goal. Is he just going to get that one, and he's going to be happy, and then he'll tip his hat and sit back down on the end of the bench?
This is the goal that's going to give him confidence. But let me tell you one thing, guys. You forgot Fernando Torres. He was that same striker when he came from Liverpool. He was struggling, but guess what? He scored the goal that knocked Barca out of the Champions League.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is gonna turn up to be a good player, Werner. I like him, and with Havertz, maybe they're gonna be a good duo in attack for Chelsea. But going back to Bielsa's formation or personnel, I don't think that's a recipe for success. To be honest with you, to be selecting the team before the game or knowing who's gonna start, because the person on the bench that is working his tail off during the training ground, during the week, and he knows that whatever he does, he's not going to be on the field. That could demotivate some of the players. I could see that happening. Messi has been doing a lot of mistakes, and that sub goalkeeper, he's going to be like scratching his head, knowing that Meslier is going to start every single game.
So you would prefer a Mourinho style of a hissy fit, we don't know if he likes Dele Alli. Oh my God, Mourinho is not getting along with Gareth Bale. Ooh, is he going to play?
Winning fixes everything.
I feel like Bielsa goes, he goes up and says, Dallas, you're crap today.
Yeah, sit down.
Tomorrow, you're not playing tomorrow. He just tells them.
I just like players to be on their toes, and Tuchel has been keeping all his players on their toes. That's why we don't know who's going to start the game.
Yeah.
I don't think motivation and keeping people on their toes is a problem with Leeds. I think Bielsa does that. The practices are notoriously difficult. He gives people chances. People know that they're going to get a chance, especially this year with all the injuries that we've had. People have had a lot of chances. They've had chances to go out there and prove themselves. Look at Costa and Tyler Roberts, right? Both those guys were kind of written off for goners, earlier on. They weren't seeing the pitch at all. All of a sudden injuries happen and they get their opportunities to play. So, and they come on and done reasonably well. And in the case of Costa, he's had a couple of moments. Roberts, on the other hand, that's how that is. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't think that's the issue at all. I think a lot of it just has to do with quality. And we don't have the luxury that Chelsea does to have a bench full of internationals. So for us, it's you're pulling people off the bench. A lot of them are just stuff from the under-23s. Bielsa is really reluctant, naturally to play those guys because under-23 football, very different from Premiership football. So, we saw Huggins come in against Arsenal and actually do quite, a good job. Mm-hmm. But I think that he's loath to do that. I don't think that's something he wants to do.
And that's something that doesn't get talked about a lot is the whole under 23 thing where, as an Arsenal fan, I hear all the time, did you see so-and-so? He's looking great. He scored 4 goals in the under 23s. He should be starting. And it's like, whoa. That's completely different.
Yeah, exactly.
Premier League,
but exactly. Different talent.
Yeah,
you're
looking at
physicalities.
Yeah, when you see the Leeds bench for these matches, it's 11 under 23 guys. On the bench, and I guess he kind of feels like just exposing them to seeing what's happening up close, seeing the training, the rigors of the training the first team goes through. That is something that they might sink into them. And they'll kind of understand what they need to do as far as upping their game to match and get on the pitch one day for the senior team.
Yeah, it's a learning experience. It's not coming and save the team like Arsenal.
Yeah,
What the Wolves have to do?
Yeah.
So Naji, let's start talking this weekend. So not knowing who Thomas Tuchel is going to start, who do you think Thomas Tuchel is going to start this weekend?
Yeah, let me start with this. The 3 players that scored against Leeds United in the first game will not play this game. Can you
not
believe
play
that?
at all? So who are they? They are
Giroud,
yeah, Giroud,
Why?
Zuma,
Kurt Zuma,
and Pulisic.
All 3 players that scored in the last match.
And they won't play.
They
That's what he said?
scored against Leeds United in the first game. They will not play this game.
That's what I know. That's what I'm saying. I was like, all 3 guys. Wow.
All of the 3 of them. So a lot has changed, since then. And I think that Havertz and Werner are going to lead the line for Chelsea. Havertz is going to be a false 9, and Mason Mount. I know James doesn't watch games against anyone. He doesn't know who Ronaldo is, who doesn't know who's Messi is. But Mason Mount, number 19 for Chelsea, James, keep an eye on this guy.
There he is.
On him.
What's he doing? Eating popcorn
and touching his hair. That's so unsanitary.
Listen, that's very, very interesting. But what's more interesting is one of our fans here, Bandy, says, I want to see Naji with the Leeds United top knot should Chelsea lose.
I got the Clippers. I didn't get to use them last time.
I don't think he has enough hair for a top knot. But come on, Naji, you're going to put some money down on this match.
Uh-oh.
You got any skin in the game?
I haven't been betting, so you don't take me there, guys. But
you got to wear a Leeds shirt.
That's fine. I can do that. I can do that.
Yeah. See, betting that the player who scored against Chelsea plays. He's saying they won't play. But I mean, I could totally see those 3 players not playing. Kurt Zuma's out of favor for some reason, or is he injured? Or
look, Christensen is a world-class defender.
He's crushing it right now.
At the beginning of the season, I really didn't want Christensen to be part of the 18. But right now, he is the man. And he's going to be playing with Azpilicueta, and Rudiger is going to be back.
What name did he just say?
Azpilicueta.
Oh, you've been practicing.
I have in front of a mirror every morning.
He's been practicing. He hasn't been able to say his name for weeks.
I can barely say my own name.
Azpilicueta.
Azpilicueta.
You have to Aspi.
I think that Azpilicueta was on those Marseille teams with Bielsa, right? I think when Bielsa was at Marseille.
Yes.
Yeah, Azpilicueta, was on that team.
Yeah, it works perfect for Bielsa.
Yeah.
Aspi.
And Chelsea.
What's it going to do when there's fans in the stadium?
Yeah, they can't hear. You know what? That's a good question. I know you guys know how we do our show. We rarely talk all about the topic, so we're going to change this a little bit. But I was thinking about that very question when you said, we were talking about having fans in the stadium, not having fans in the stadium, and what it means for the players. And I was thinking what it means for the coaches and what it means for that relationship between players and coaches, where you actually get to direct during the match and you get to be a lot more active during the match. So what's going to happen when they can't do that anymore?
Yeah.
Like, are some coaches going to get worse? Are some coaches going to get better? What do you guys think of that entire concept?
I don't think it will affect Bielsa very much.
Because he's very loud.
I mean, he's relatively stationary.
Yeah.
During the course of a match, I don't
straight too far from his bucket.
Yeah. I mean, just there you go. Yes. So just put the bucket someplace and he'll be fine. Just give him a place where he can squat. And every now and then he stands up and screams and hollers a little bit. But I don't think it'll affect him much at all.
Yeah, I don't think so neither, because like for example, I'll give you the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for example. He likes to sit on the bench. He doesn't like to be verbal on the touchline, and that's not. And even Lampard sits a lot on the bench. Like, he was standing, not saying nothing.
He also sits at home.
But for example,
he had nothing to say.
Jurgen
No, he has nothing to say.
But for example, Jurgen Klopp, he likes to talk on the sideline. But hey, Liverpool is doing worse than last year.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe the things that he's saying are actually not helping. So maybe once there's an audience, nobody can hear him, they'll do better.
Yeah. So I think I don't.
Didn't they have fans for like a brief second, Liverpool?
Yeah, a couple game or
Like
two.
a couple of games that all on the cop, and they ended up winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and players pretending they can't hear the coach is what Bandi says.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard what Thomas Tuchel was talking to Werner on the touchline the other day. It was in German, but he was giving him a lot of good instructions against Everton that last game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You heard about the new martial arts movie coming out, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Bielsa?
I like it. I will
fantastic.
buy tickets to that.
Okay, so same original question back to you, James. Who do you think the starting 11 is? We know who's mostly going to be the starting 11, but particular questions. Do you think Rodrigo is going to start?
I want him to start.
Cleach is going to start? Do you think Calvin Phillips is going to start? Tyler Roberts, Helder Costa, Jack Harrison, those guys. Tell me about those guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Phillips is definitely going to start. Apparently, from Bielsa's press conference, Phillips is doing fine, so I think he's going to start. I mean, I think you're going to see essentially the same back four that you saw last week on Monday. You're going to see Dallas left back, Ayling right back, and then Llorente and Cooper in there, and then in front of them, of course, will be Calvin. I think, of course, Stuart Dallas will get his start. I mean, he's just such a stalwart in there. And then, I think Rodrigo, that's the question, right? I mean, I don't know. Is Rodrigo going to start? I mean, apparently I didn't feel he was fit enough on Monday to play a whole match or even, a whole half. So I don't know if he's going to play or not. That's the big question for me. Other than that, I think it's going to be the usual suspects. I think Costa will start at one wing and Rafinha at the other. I don't know what's the matter. I don't know what the deal is with Jack Harrison. I've been trying to kind of figure that one out.
I've read that he's a little knocked out. Yeah, he's little. He's got a couple of nagging knocks.
Yeah,
he's
knocked up. He's knocked up.
He's knocked up.
He's pregnant.
He's slowed down ever since he got pregnant.
Yeah, you just can't run that fast.
That's what I thought you said. It took me a few seconds to process it.
It's Mark. So it
is me.
Yeah,
I'm going to make those mistakes.
I read on Twitter, on the Twitters, I read that.
Jack, I thought you were pregnant. You lied.
Jack, you're supposed to be social distancing. You know what? Speaking of Stuart Dallas, I liked at the halfway 60-minute mark or whenever when he moved forward into into the mid CDM role. I'm not sure.
Bielsa will do that sometimes and then go essentially to a back three and then move Dallas up. So you saw that he did that a lot with Struijk, where Struijk would slide over and kind of play that left back, and then they would slide Stuart Dallas up in the formation.
Right.
Yeah.
So but Struijk's out. He's injured.
Struijk is out.
Yeah. So I think the only two injuries that Bielsa mentioned specifically were Hernandez and Struijk. So everyone else seems to be fit enough to play. I mean, Kalk is coming back. Apparently he's recovered, but he's going to play with the under-23s on Monday. So I don't think that they want to rush him into anything. Yeah. So I don't think he's going to play this match. Yeah. And then once he comes in, then we have a lot of possibilities because Llorente can play that CDM role, and he can sort of add cover, and he can provide cover for Calvin, which would be nice,
you guys are real healthy at a good time.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that'll be it. I think it'll be the same, essentially the same lineup you saw on Monday night, with maybe Rodrigo playing instead of Roberts.
Yeah, I see that happening. I would much rather. I'd like to see Rodrigo get the start.
Please.
Yeah.
I think when the last match when he took the pitch, you guys' dynamic changed like quite a bit.
Yeah, he wasn't visible. Wasn't super sharp, but the dynamic changed.
Yeah,
I'll agree
exactly.
with that.
And one of the words that Bielsa loves to use in his press conferences, or at least the word that the translator likes to use, is evolution. So he'll say something like, "Well, we're monitoring the evolution from his injury," or something like that. So during the week, how he evolves during the week will determine where he plays or if he plays or how much he plays on Saturday. So we'll see.
All right, Mr. Tom wonders if Leeds fan LL Cool J will be awake early enough to watch. Are you kidding, Mr. Tom?
No.
He wakes up at like 2 a.m. to go to the gym, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
He probably wakes up and trains with Leeds United. What's up, Calvin Walker? First of all, I want to say hi to everybody who's watching out there. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tell somebody you're watching and you're having a good time chilling with us on the stoop.
Tell us we're a couple of wankers.
That too, yeah, that usually happens. I want to say, so you sure Melié's starting, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because Kiko had something weird in his Instagram. Did you see that?
Yeah. Oh, I think that he knows he's out the door.
Yeah, he said something about like he's their backup keeper. He was their keeper before Meslier.
Yeah.
He's of like great stock. He good, used to be very, very good. He
came up with Real Madrid.
He has Champions League trophies without actually playing in the game. He was on the bench.
That's amazing.
But he was on that team. So he said something like, I'm going to give my 100% until I've had enough and then I walk away. There will be a time where I just walk away. Blah, blah, blah. It sounded like a poem. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a love song.
Yeah. So, tell us about that. Is there anything in that we should care about?
No. I mean, I think the writing was on the wall for him anyway. I think that Meslier is the person who's going to be, in the pipes, and that's just the way it goes. I don't. And then Caprile. I mean, Caprile's been playing pretty well too for the under-23s, and we had that kid too from Ajax that we got from the Ajax Academy. So he's going to be our third. He's only, I think he's 18, 17 or 18. So he plays with the under-18s. So he's supposed to be really good. So we'll see. But I think the writing was on the wall for Casillo a while ago. I think probably last year.
What's up, Mike Pickles? He says Kiko has since stated that his Twitter comments had nothing to do with the club. It was a personal issue.
So someone stole his phone at the bar.
I don't know.
While he was in the loo.
I don't know about all
give
that.
it a little ha. He's not going to believe this.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get some predictions from you guys. Okay. So Naji, let's start with you. Bouncing over to Chelsea. What is your prediction for the match bright and early Saturday morning?
This is easy. 10 games without conceding. It's 9 right now. It's going to be 10 games without conceding.
I'm confused.
It's going to be 2-0 for Chelsea.
Can't change my lottery numbers.
2-0 for Chelsea. 10 games without conceding.
10 games without conceding.
Gotcha.
11 games in a row.
Sheets, Jesus.
Wow.
Mason Mount.
Is he gonna score?
On the score sheet.
Yeah, that kid's good. Do you think Pulisic is going to stay? Is he going to stick around?
I don't think so.
If he doesn't get game time from now until the end of the season, he might be looking elsewhere, because whatever Tuchel said about him didn't encourage me to think that he is going to start. He's like, it's my fault, and I know him from Dortmund. He was coming off the bench for me. And then, what does that mean? Coming off the bench for you during your Dortmund time,
Yeah, I think Tuchel made fun of his beard. Yeah, I think that he's a little sensitive about that. It's new. He just grew it.
No, it's he said, I hear you are from Hershey, Pennsylvania. You make chocolate.
The land of chocolate.
I come from the land of chocolate.
If Chelsea decided to sell Pulisic, trust me, he's gonna get a lot of tutors.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think he could slot right into to Barcelona, to be honest. And there's another American there playing left back, right back, one back, two back, red back, blue back. I don't remember. Anyway, moving on. James, what are your predictions for Saturday morning? It's even earlier for you, 6:30 in the morning for you in New Orleans.
6:30, I know. This cuts into my drinking time on Friday night, that's for sure.
I can't believe the Brits talk smack about us, about not knowing football and stuff like that. It's like, you guys get to
get up
sleep
at
in and
6:30
nurse
in the
your
morning
hangover and then watch football.
No, when I lived in Los Angeles, it was 4:30.
No kidding. And we do happy hour on Fridays.
We're
man.
streaming
Sometimes-
this into our bedroom.
Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah,
usually
it's
the
crazy.
bathroom on your phone, like with your coffee. I'm still in here. Go to halftime.
That's a different show.
But anyway, I just want to like show all the Leeds people out there. So this was my very first purchase when I moved to Leeds in 1984. My little teacup here. I purchased it because I lived in a house with a bunch of other dudes, and going to university. And when I looked in the cabinet, I saw Arsenal cup. I saw an Oldham Athletic cup. I saw Liverpool, Chelsea. There was not a single Leeds supporter in my house. So I went and I bought this and I put it in there and I said, "Fuck you, people. Here you go." And
Nice.
and then hence I made a lot of enemies. But anyway, I was persona non grata in that house for some reason. I know. And then bringing my Leeds mates back to the house, that didn't go over well either. Anyway, I predict 3-2.
3-2. Now Leeds.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Late goal.
Late goal.
By, oh yeah, I'm gonna say a late goal by Rafinha.
Wow.
Okay, I like
Naji.
this.
Naji, how many minutes has it taken Chelsea to get 3 goals scored on them?
Oh my God! I can't see anyone scoring against Chelsea now. Anyone? and you made us concede 3 goals. Oh my!
They're going to
God.
concede 3 goals, Naji. 3.
Wow.
I've
You're
called
talking
it. You're going to get a top knot, and we have to wear Leeds gear all over the place. It's going to be great.
We'll get them some beads, some yellow and blue beads to wear.
Chelsea
Yeah,
are
no, we
gonna be
make
ready.
Leeds United New Orleans Mardi Gras Beach next year, so I'll send y'all some.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go down for Mardi Gras next year.
Yeah, we were going to do a Leeds United house float this year, but we couldn't find any artists who could do it. We're going to have Bielsa and Calvin Phillips and all out on our porch.
Yeah.
Caricatures of them anyway.
You should have just big buckets where people can sit and
Just
pose
sit,
as
Yes. Yeah, maybe we'll do it next year.
You can have one of those wooden cutouts where you just stick your head in.
That would be good too. I like that.
So James, a lot of Leeds fans I've seen out there have posted. I've seen them post things saying to the effect of, "Let's just get through this weekend. I'm looking forward to Fulham. I'm looking forward to who do you play at, like Newcastle or somebody?
Yeah.
No,
Other.
we play Fulham and Sheffield United, the Blunts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about just that sentiment of kind of let's just get through this game? You don't think, like, I know you're never going to go against your team, but I would always be at least like, come on, boys, get a point. Let's nick a point. Nobody thinks we're going to do anything.
Yeah, I want to get through.
I like reading those statements.
Yeah, I want to get through without any injuries to any of our big players. That's my only concern, because we still have some work to do. I mean, it's still. I mean, even though we agreed on earlier, I think we're safe. I still would like to win a couple more matches just to kind of add some security to our a little to our distance between our gap between us and Fulham and the other ones beneath us. I just think there are too many teams beneath us for us to go down. But yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with that sentiment. I think that I think Fulham and the Blunts are, especially Fulham, a very important match. Yeah. I think the Blunts. Well, the Blunts are, it's winnable for us, and the Blunts hopefully have given up by then.
Yeah,
they haven't already.
I mean, you heard what's his name, Chris Wilder? Is that the coach?
Yeah, coach for Sheffield United.
He's been saying some. It feels like he's given up on the team. He said, like, Naji's laughing. I think maybe he knows what I'm talking about. But he said something like, "I can't wait for the season to be over so I can get rid of some people."
Yeah, he did.
It's like, what?
And I'm harping on Tuchel for what he said about Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Jesus, no way, man. Okay, but look, I think you guys can get something from this. I feel like the Leeds the guys who play for Leeds United are fans of Leeds United. I feel like they have a good connection with the team, and so they would love to reignite this rivalry. It's been such a big thing, Chelsea Leeds, that I think they would like to reignite it and say, like, let's get one. Everybody's saying how indestructible Chelsea is right now. Let's get some, boys.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's going to be very fun. And Chelsea is looking better. So their games have actually, them against Everton was actually bearable to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No, I agree with you, and I think that if Rodrigo starts, if he gets to start over Roberts, I mean, I think this will be probably one of the stronger teams that we fielded all season.
yeah.
Because right now we're getting healthy, for once.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no doubt.
I think it'll be a strong team if Rodrigo starts on Saturday. So we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. So we have 3-2 Leeds, 2-1, 2-1, and Naji says
2-0 for Chelsea.
0. Another clean sheet.
Another clean sheet. That's like a walk in the park now.
Oh, I can smell the confidence.
Oh
from
my
here.
God.
Oh, there you go.
yes.
You got a red card.
You got a red card. Timeout, Naji. You got a
All
timeout
right.
there. But listen, that's great. That's great. I think
That red card might be our cue.
That might be our cue to wind it down, fellas. Well, listen, we will be back on bright and early Saturday morning, and immediately after the match, because I have a tight schedule Saturday, so we're going to be on win or lose, either of your teams. You guys going to be back?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. I don't want any
We'll be
whining.
there. I'm waking up at 6 o'clock, man. I might not even go to sleep.
Well, we're going to be up for the happy hour. So
Yeah, we will be up during happy hour Friday before. So
yeah, I'll probably drop in on that for a little bit too. But I'm not. I probably won't even sleep. When we used to play at 4:30 in the morning out, when I lived in Los Angeles, I didn't even go to bed. So
yeah, I mean,
we might have someone in Lederhosen. You never know.
I used to love that for the.
No.
Make sure everybody on the show today show up on Saturday.
What do you mean?
Oh, we gonna show
Everybody.
up.
Show up?
I'm gonna show up.
Okay.
James is gonna show up.
He's mad. Naji's mad. Look at him.
Oh, okay.
I know it.
Y'all are not going to get a clean sheet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We look forward to talking
Do you
about
know
this,
how
but you
many-
are confident.
Do you know how many goals Leeds United scores? Like, yes, they let in 43 goals, but they've also scored 43
They scored 42.
goals. Woohoo! Arsenal just scored to go ahead. I actually hadn't
Fantastic.
checked in a while, but that means we gave up a goal too.
I'm so happy
that's-
today that
yeah.
I don't know if AC Milan drew 1-1 with Man United in Man United at Old Trafford. So I am so happy today.
It's 3-1 Arsenal. Perfect.
There you go.
El Nene with the goal.
Well, how about that?
Okay, well, listen, in about 15 minutes, we will be going live with the Arsenal Tottenham North London
That's
derby
right.
from the Emirates. We'll be talking with Matt Cantak, Chris Brenton, Arsenal and Spurs fan. We will be talking smack to each other. So you have enough time to go and watch the music video Tottenham Sucks about 10 times. 7 times, let's say.
I'll watch it 10 times and join
Mr.
us
Tom,
late.
Bondi, Mike Pickles, everybody, we'd love to see you guys over there talking shit about Arsenal and about Spurs. Please do it. We love it all. It's been a blast talking to you guys again. James, Naji, any
Thank
last
you, guys.
words?
We'll see you Saturday.
No, I mean, I can't wait to meet Charles Scum on Saturday. It's going to be great.
Wow.
I'm see Naji after the match.
It's getting thick.
Yeah. I just wish our fans were there to enjoy it. It sucks, man. It sucks not having our fans there at Elland Road. This would be epic. It would be epic.
Yeah,
absolutely. There and see it and watch it. I mean, come on. Chelsea Leeds going back a long ways. It's a teams that hate each other's guts. So it'd be great.
First time Chelsea's been to Elland Road in forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's been a while. Because I don't think we ever played them. I don't remember playing them in any of the FA Cups or League Cups while we were relegated. We might have. Yeah, Mr. Tom might know.
Yeah, Mr. Tom will definitely know.
All right, Mr. Tom, find out that answer, and then tell us on the next stream, which starts in 20 minutes. It's on our YouTube page. Don't forget, everybody, please like, subscribe, post it up on Twitter,
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook, all that.
All 15 of you, smash those likes.
And we will see you guys in 20 minutes. And don't forget about happy hour tomorrow, 7 p.m., midnight Leeds time. Midnight England time. All right, guys. Peace out from Brooklyn, y'all.
Take care, guys. Stay safe.
Come on, you Gunners.